Fellow clueless gamers, hello and welcome back to the 10th edition of the Cluecast. It is your boy Nemesis or Travis Crawford, joined by my homie G from C-Bus, Luke Car17 or Luke Carmichael. Luke, buddy, what's up?
Well, what's up? What's up? Just kidding. Not much. Just chilling. Just had some ramen noodles. They were tasty.
Ramen noodles. You know what I had? I'm trying to carb up for this track meet I got coming up. I had Taco Bell.
Oh my gosh. I wish I could have Taco Bell. I'm on like this all-natural diet. Not that ramen noodles are all-natural. That's just
I was about to say ramen.
Well, like that's all I had. We don't have a lot of food in the house right now. But
oh yeah.
That's the most unhealthy thing I've ate in like the last week. So I'm trying to, it's helping. Like I was trying to do it because I started to feel super nasty, and now I'm starting to feel better, like health-wise.
Well,
But anyways, we're not here to
Awesome.
talk about our health. What games you been playing this week, Travis?
Well, these been two of them. Whenever I have friends online, I hop on the Division. If I don't have friends online, I smack kids in some public match search and destroy on Call of Duty. Go figure.
Go figure.
Hey, I got that new Scuff controller. I gotta play.
Yeah,
it.
that's true. You got to use it. You got to use it.
Yep.
You still got what, like 4 months left until another Call of Duty. So maybe more than that. I don't know. But anyways,
Do I even gotta ask you what you've been playing?
I've been playing one and the only the Division. Any chance I get, even like for today, I played it for like 15 minutes when I got home from work before I had to leave again. Like 15
Man,
minutes.
it takes me 15 minutes just to figure out what I want to do.
I got in
Just
there real quick.
Just to get my restock and the base of operations and go pick up all those consumables, like the refreshable every
Yeah.
2 hours you can get this, that, and this.
Yeah, I
'Cause
legitimately just get in there and then I just do something really fast and then I leave.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
So this week we have agreed that we're probably going to end up disagreeing throughout the duration of this here episode. We'll see what happens. We warned you guys before. Eventually we're going to come to a disagreement, and I think the time has finally come. We're going to flesh it out and talk about the Division in-game now that we have a little bit of experience with it. And by no means is this a final verdict or final opinion, because Ubisoft is showing a lot of promise in updating and patching things that are very gripe-worthy in the community, and we've still yet to play the most anticipated part of the in-game, which is the incursions.
Yes.
So there's still a lot to look forward to with the Division in the game. We're just sort of in that limbo, much like Destiny, but pre-Vault of Glass, if you will.
Yes. We're in that limbo pre-Vault of Glass / there's not all the content the game is ever going to inquire. Like at some point it'll be like Destiny. I think in the terms
I
of,
agree.
In the terms of being completely full, it's still new. It's only been out for a month. So we're just going to talk about it at this point and what we think about it at this point in time, which is right now it is March of 2016. So that is 1 month after. Not exactly a month, but it came out this month. It hasn't even been out a month yet.
Yeah, it's been a few weeks. We've had a few weeks with it now, and even us kids with responsibilities and jobs and stuff, we've had enough time to play it and get an idea of what this thing feels like that we call the end game.
Yes. So we're gonna start with PvE endgame. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Boxers get in the corners. Get ready for the rumble. Just kidding.
Starting off, we can just right off the bat. I don't think it's fun. Luke, what do you think?
I love it. I think it's amazing. I have no issues. I could just be super nice. I don't know if that has to do with it. I could just be super happy that I have a video game that I love. I don't know. I love it. I think it's great. I don't have a problem with it. But you, for some reason, hate everything about it.
Well, I don't hate everything. By no means do I hate everything. When we talk about the PvE experience, once you hit that level cap of 30 and you finish the main story in the game, you unlock daily missions on hard mode, and I think you get a daily challenging mission. And the challenging missions are, without a shadow of a doubt, fun to me in the sense that you literally have to use team tactics and you have to work together to get through it and take down those level 32 enemies and the 32 elite enemies.
Yeah.
But other than that, the PvE side of things, for the moment, now I don't know what these incursions are going to bring to the table, but for the moment, I really hate the fact that some of the challenging missions can take up to 2 hours to complete, and I get 4 freaking Phoenix credits. It pisses me off really bad.
Yeah, so I'm in a different area than you in this regard, because when I played the story, I just rushed through the story, and there's like in this game, you have your 3 wings that you have to get upgraded to 100% each. I didn't do that. So at the moment, when I'm in PvE right now, I'm just doing all those side missions. I'm doing the side missions that give you blueprints, and then I'm also doing the different, wing missions. I forget, what are they called exactly? They're called...
we got medical, security, and tech wings.
No, I mean like the mission itself. It's called something.
Like the encounters.
Encounters, yeah, they're called encounters. I've been doing side missions and encounters, still. So I still have something to do. I can't agree with you on this. Whenever I do finish all that stuff, it's gonna be kind of pointless to be out walking around, on the outside of the world, because there's not any actual there's no other players in your world. They're only in the dark zone there is, but in the PvE world, it's just you by yourself, honestly. Unless you're
pretty much, and there's a bunch of red bar, maybe the occasional purple bar enemy, and they tend to be like level 25 for the most part in the underleveled areas. If you go up into the top right section of the map, you'll encounter a few 30s, but they're cakewalks for the most part.
Yeah, it gets pretty easy.
The only other things that'll happen is maybe the occasional side mission boss that you run into accidentally, but I could see how your experience has led you to where you are now in terms of your opinion of the end game.
Yeah.
But oppositely, I did a lot of this stuff. All my stuff was upgraded 100% before I completed the game. So at this point, if I wanted to just like be a completionist and get the trophies for doing everything in the game, I could do that, but this just sounds tedious to me. It sounds super tedious, almost worse than, I don't know, collecting the fragments for the Touch of Malice.
Yeah,
almost that bad.
That was terrible.
Yeah, but it's just not something I want to do. And for now, play 2 hours, get the challenging mission done. Other than that, me and my buddy number 1 Bish, or Caleb, we played the whole game doing every single mission on hard. So the hard missions are nothing new. They're just a breeze. We practically speedrun those things. And that's PvE at this point in a nutshell, other than collecting the surveillance things and all the blueprints. Unfortunately, for the side missions and the few of those I have left, they're obsolete. Yeah. Once you hit level 30, that's the unfortunate thing, is those become super obsolete.
I agree with you on that. I'm at a different point in the game the way I played it. Like, it's all based on how you play it. If you play it, like, if you do side missions and encounters and you have that goal, or you play it strategically the first time you go through, you might be at your point where you have nothing left except hard missions. Like, I can do the hard missions, but the problem is, like, I don't have a lot of friends to play. And I could matchmake, but sometimes matchmaking kind of sucks because it could just be kids that suck, you know what I mean? So, I don't know.
That is the beautiful thing, though. That is something I will argue to the ends of the earth that Ubisoft has done. Here we go. We're going to compare it to Destiny. Ubisoft outdid Bungie with this proximity chat, because you can literally just have your mic on. The quality's great.
Yeah,
of the proximity chat.
And it's cool. So the animation, it shows like the waveforms next to your little name if you're talking.
Yeah, it's awesome. And you can literally, like me and Caleb, we enter challenging missions with 2 randoms, because let's be honest, you're not getting through the challenging mission with just 2 people.
No way.
And communication's great, it's easy, and you literally have to communicate, which makes those fun. But other than that, I'm not feeling PvE for the Division right now. And by myself, don't even talk to me about playing by myself. We're just talking strictly PvE. We'll get into the Dark Zone here in a little bit, but
Well, to say, I don't have anything else to say about PvE
Yeah,
other than the missions were fun, and I like to explore the map because I didn't really get to take a good look at it, and it's a pretty detailed map. So now
absolutely, absolutely, they have done a tremendous job with the map and the detail and it is a beautiful world, but it's a little thin on content for your boy.
Yeah, and I agree that it's thin, but I also think that that's just because it's 3 weeks old, and some of us beat it faster than they probably expected. Some of us are probably at end game that they haven't even. I mean, I give them credit for even having end game. Some games don't. Some games it's like you remember old games when you beat the game, you just replay the game if you ever want to play it again.
Yeah,
like The Last of Us.
I was about to say you're
that.
taking it right out of my mouth. That game, you don't need an end game. It's a beautiful experience from the very beginning.
Well, let's talk PvP then, because this is where the meat and potatoes of this conversation is going to hit.
Here's where the meat. You're taking it out of my mouth yet again, because I'm going to ask you right here, right off the bat. Where's the PvP? Where is it?
PvP.
It's not in the game to me.
The PvP is in the game, Travis. The PvP is in the Dark Zone. There's players in there. I'm going to explain this a million times, but it's not like traditional player versus player. It's new. Like, it's a playground. It's like, I want to call it playground PvP. You go in there and you make it however you want it. It could be, you could explain that like, oh, that's lazy, why'd they do it? But I think it's incredible that I can go in there and just do whatever I want. Like, I want to play team deathmatch. All right, me and my friends are going to go in there and we're going to go find people that are just regular players and kill them, and then continue to find them and they can kill us, type of thing. Or anything like that. I think it's great. I really like PvP because it makes me feel like really anxious. And I mean, usually it's not like you don't want to hear someone say it makes you feel anxious. That doesn't sound great, but I think it's cool. I don't feel that way when I play games.
Well, in certain situations, I agree. There is a certain tensity that happens when you get around another player, but that tensity is solely coming from my experiences in the beta. I've never had another Dark Zone experiences like I had in the beta, where every time we go in an extraction, our guns are up on the other guys. Like, are they about to shoot us? Are we about to shoot them? What's about to go down? Mm-hmm. Nobody goes rogue. I've not seeing it.
We must have different experience, man. Because me and Travis have not been playing PvP together because we've been on at different times, have different schedules right now. Every time I'm in there, dude, I either get killed by a rogue or see rogues all time. Or at extraction points, I've had to be really careful because one point I was doing my thing and I got stick bombed and they blew me up, took my stuff. So, like, I'm getting the same experience we got in the beta where it was intense and crazy stuff happened. It sucks to play alone, I agree, but at the same time, I have enjoyed myself playing alone because I found like 4 or 5 new friends on there because of it. Like, there's been times when I've been at extraction points and I'm about to die from the stupid ads because they're really powerful in the Dark Zone, and somebody came up and shot them and helped me out and then added me as a friend, and then we played together for like 2 hours. So that's where I think I'm getting a good experience out of it right now, and I don't think I'm gonna get sick of it for a while because I'm only level 15 in there. I'm not even level 30 yet, and you can get it 99. So I don't know. Tell me something.
Well, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but like I said, I'm just not having experiences like that. I rarely see people, and when I do, they stick their hands up and they're like, "Whoa, we're friendly. We're not messing with you. We're just going to go this way, you go that way." Nobody wants to go rogue. I just feel like the balancing of it and the incentive to go rogue is lame, to put it shortly. Like, there is no reason to go rogue. I literally lose more to go rogue than I would gain for surviving being rogue, you know? Mm-hmm. Killing rogues...
I do agree. I agree.
Killing rogues was a great way to gain Dark Zone experience in the beta. Mm-hmm. Although it's a sort of cheap thing to do, we would jump in front of people's line of fire, but
And then they'd go rogue and then gang up on him and kill him.
When somebody gets around me, I put my gun down and I take cover and I watch what they're doing.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm accidentally shooting somebody and going rogue, because I'll lose $20,000 in Dark Zone funds, and I'll probably drop an entire level in experience. And one level of experience is probably 2 hours of me grinding, killing NPCs by myself.
Yeah.
That's what playing in the Dark Zone by myself is like at the moment. Now, if we had 4, we could probably mow through the NPCs and get through things a lot quicker and level up a lot quicker. But as of right now, it's frustrating. And I wouldn't call it player versus player at all. That's my experience thus far.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. We're just going to have to agree to disagree on this one.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I love it. I think it's new, and I know a lot of people are giving it crap. A lot of people hate it, but like my opinion is it's a video game that I freaking think's fun, and I'm always gonna think it's fun for the moment, and I don't see the point in people, just not like you saying you don't like it, but like the people that are going really in depth about what's wrong with it, why it's wrong. Like, come on, man. If you spent half the time that people, like if this person that's complaining spent half the time trying to have more fun in the game, like I feel like they're just wasting their time. No one cares. I don't care about their opinion. You might care, but I don't care about anybody's stupid opinion about this game because I like it so much. I'm such a loser. I'm just an advocate for them.
You're a marketer's dream. You'll go down till
the
ends of the earth to defend what you
will.
love.
I don't even care, dude. I love this game. I love the way that my beanie looks. My character looks amazing. Like, I don't think there needs to be any more customization. Like, I'm happy. Looks realistic. I'm in a freaking... Maybe if there was zombies, that'd be like the one thing to make it even better.
Yeah. I want to love it, but I said it in a video I made before that I don't agree with comparing this game to Destiny, but it being a new franchise and sort of a shared world just like Destiny...
It just automatically happens.
It just automatically happens, and like I said to you before, I would come back to the world of Destiny and play by myself for hours and hours and hours, week in and week out. And people would ask me, like, what the hell is so great about that game? I don't know. I really don't, but I can tell you right now, I do not see myself coming back to the Division by myself at all.
I know. And the thing is, here's the thing that I see that differs in these two. That I think this is probably one of the reasons you go back. Destiny is like... Alright, let me start with Division. Division is New York City. Disease happened. You're curing the city, basically. Not much further than that. Plot can't go any further. Destiny. Gigantic universe. Millions of galaxies. Millions of universe crap. Anything can happen in there. It's the thought of how huge and expansive Destiny is, what it can be, what it is, what it will be. I think that's what gets you coming back. There's lore that you don't know about, you want to know about, but you can't. You can figure it out online, or you can continue to play, or I honestly think that's
It's there.
It changes and Destiny's just like, it was the first of its kind in the area of a console open world MMO, basically, that people still play today. I mean, King Gathalion was on playing Destiny and had 10,000 people watching on Twitch. 10,000 people still watching Destiny. I mean...
And Destiny's dead. A lot of people would argue that it's dead. It's, of course, being revitalized by something we're going to talk about here shortly. The large April update, which I'm sure we're going to dabble into. But back on the Division and the lore, like just saying the word lore just primes me to think, you're right, Destiny has insane lore. If you read it, sure, Bungie should have put that in the game and quit being bums, because the lore is awesome.
Yes, it's so good. It's so detailed. The world is immense.
But in terms of the Division, literally I could tell you the bosses of each respective gang or faction, if you will. And after the game ended, the only thing that I want is to go after Aaron Keener. That's all I want. And that's, for those of you who don't know who Aaron Keener is, he's a member of the Division in the first wave who ends up disappearing and going AWOL, if you will, after the game's over. And that to me was just sort of like a slap in the face because I thought the end of the division was lame. We killed Charlie Bliss just like we killed LeRae Barrett and Joe Farrow of the Cleaners. And it was just like, oh, well, that's the last faction. You killed the boss. You win. Here you go. In game, you unlocked this and this and this. Enjoy your 4 Phoenix credits per day.
Yeah, it was a pretty. It was a pretty horrible ending. I can agree with you on that. The plot was good. The idea of the plot was good.
Yeah, and
the
a lot
lore
of
this game comes. I think a lot of the lore from this game comes from the things like those cell phones you pick up and the echoes and all that crap. But it's not like great.
Even then, some of that even feels like unfinished story because a couple of the people that you hear on the cell phone playbacks and some of even the echoes, you want to know what happens to them, but you don't really figure it out. You don't find out what happens to those people. So really, I don't care. It's just a tedious thing to do to go collect those things just to say I'm a completionist. But there is a couple things they could have done with the story to make it better in terms of lore. Like, it is unfortunate that we get to come in as division agents and see New York aftermath. Mm-hmm. I wish sure, it had a little cute cutscene about, the green poison and how it got passed through Black Friday money. Mm-hmm. We should have seen this virus in action, honestly.
Yeah, you see zero people with the virus. That bugs me.
There's a couple areas in the game where it's dangerous if you don't have the proper filter to go into, but you just die and you respawn. Big deal. Big whoop. I don't know.
Well, why can't you get the disease? Like, what if you could get the disease and you have to deal with it in a certain way?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I feel like that would have been more compelling than what we got. But
it wasn't an exact, like, now that I think about it, it wasn't really a compelling story, and every mission was the same. It was just in a different, more detailed location. And the main final boss was literally just an airplane. It was just a helicopter.
Which was cool. It was a cool mechanic, and other bosses could have had mechanics like that. Like, our first attempt at that helicopter, did we not just take out our LMGs and just freaking open up on it?
Went hard, yeah.
And it was like 20 minutes later, we're still shooting at it. It's like, okay, we got 2 little tiny bars down. Yeah. Maybe that's when I was like, okay, I'm going to go try to find these turrets that what's-his-face yells at us. See, that's a shame that I don't even remember the name of the protagonist that was on our comms.
I don't remember anyone's names from the entire story.
That's sad. So. I remember Dr. Candle because one of our friends, Shook.2814, kept on commenting on how attractive she was. I'm like, it's a video game, dude.
He's always attracted to girls on video games. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, he is. That's so true, though. But other than that, Fei Lao. That's just because I've seen her name in the subtitle from the 900 times I've started the game between both betas.
It's funny. She has no point in the game.
Exactly.
She just sits on that computer all the time and never heals.
You're doing good work, and you just hear her pencil just going to town.
And she's like, I'd be out there with you if I could, but I'm hurt. Well, we know that.
What are you writing? What are you writing this whole time?
And how about, why can't we go back to Brooklyn? I want to go back there and see it. I only was in there for an hour.
Because you secured the police station and you fixed Brooklyn before bad things happened. That's what happened there.
Even though it was already destroyed pretty much. Goodness, it would take so long to clean up these cities. First, somebody's got to find all the keys to all those cars. Oh, can you imagine? Somebody found them. One driving a car around secretly by themselves, putting the car tracks everywhere.
Yep.
So I think that's it. I don't have anything else to talk about. With division.
I think this discussion could have been a lot more heated than it was, but we're homies and we discussed it like homies, I guess.
I don't know.
Because
I just started to think as we talked, like, my opinions weren't as deep as I thought they might have been.
Well, you're just still having fun with the game, and I've probably, even though I shouldn't be staying up late, like, I stay up till 5 a.m. playing this game, and I do what I have to the next day, and I have to deal with it. You're the bigger man, and you put that away, and you go to sleep, and you sleep like you should.
I've been trying.
yeah, I've put a lot of hours into this game already, and it's just feeling like I have a bunch of high-end gear now, and yeah, the high-end gear is great, but now that because saved up enough Phoenix credits to buy one weapon blueprint.
Mm-hmm.
Now I have like 4 Phoenix credits, and it makes me sick to think that that's what I have to come back to when I come back to the division. It makes me sick that I have to do that many hard missions and challenging missions to get back up to get another weapon blueprint or gear blueprint. Because that at this point, all other blueprints in the game are obsolete. All I'm after is high-end stuff with awesome weapon talents and that are going to boost my power.
Mm-hmm. What's your DPS for your primary weapon right now?
It's around 110k. It's a AK. It's that black market AK-47 from the special weapon vendor, and its weapon talents are really nice. I don't have 2 of them unlocked because my firearms and my electronics skills are not high enough. But yeah, it's a great weapon, but it's such a grind to get it, man. I'll be real with you.
Yeah, it's kind of scaring me. Like, I would look at that stuff, and I'm like, dude, there's no way I'm going to have enough time to get like 100 freaking of those
Phoenix credits, yes.
Like, I'd rather just go into the dark zone and, maybe get a good high-end drop at some point.
Honestly, that'll yield you better results. If you can get a fire team, if we could get a fire team together
tonight, honestly,
and go into those top 2 tiers of the dark zone, 5 and 6, you'll get some high-end gear drops, and pray you make it out alive. That's all I gotta say.
I'm excited to go up into those areas because I haven't even seen those parts of the map yet.
We've put a lot of hours in it, and I've lost a lot of levels. I'm sure I'd be way over 30 if I didn't die so many times up there trying to play it by myself, but call me stubborn. I like a challenge, but
I know you do.
That grind's honestly not worth it, and the fact that, at least nobody's going rogue and killing me.
That's true.
I wish they would, though. I wish there was incentive to go rogue, but like I said,
I go rogue every night.
Podcast.
That's funny. I go rogue right before I get off. I go rogue and kill as many people as I can, then I just get off once I die.
I don't like to lose my points or my funds. I've got a lot of funds, and I lose a lot of them when I die.
I don't lose a lot yet. I only lose about 1,000 when I die. So
see, if I lost 1,000, I would probably try to kill people too, even though there's literally no point.
It's fun to feel really hardcore.
It's fun to be a dick, and
basically,
and Ubisoft knows it.
They sure do.
All right, well, at this point, I mean, we could just touch base really quickly on.
Yeah, let's just touch base on this update, and then maybe next week. I kind of wanted to talk about this like as a full episode, go really in depth. So maybe next week we can do that. So
yeah, I'm down.
Look forward to that, people.
Here we are on our 10-week anniversary. Well, we haven't technically done 10 weeks. It's been 12 weeks since we started this bad boy called the Cluecast.
Yes.
But episode 10 here, and we're already talking about episode 11.
Yep, that's because we are go-getters. Just kidding. So Bungie basically did a live Twitch. This is how they do a lot of their, announcements. They show you exactly what you're getting in the game, like by playing it live. So they did that on Twitch, and they kind of gave us some input on this April update, which is cool. So do you want to start it out and give us like a small basis of some of the cool stuff? Because I know there's some really cool stuff.
First off, I would like to express my excitement that Bungie is doing what they promised.
Yes.
And giving us free content. And that was the whole point. That right there. Did you hear that word? Free.
Free. F-R-E-E. We love
that
to
spells
eat
free. That spells free, kids.
Yeah.
If you got the Taken King, this update comes to you free as a patch on April 12th. And that, to me, is exciting. Just to get some free content out of Destiny. It's been September. It's been a long drought of content.
Yes. Very long.
It would appear that there's a lot of things for everybody to go around. I'm sure not heard much on the Crucible end of things, but in terms of PvE, we're getting a new light level of 335. Mm-hmm. We're getting Prison of Elders back.
Yes, sir.
And there's a new level 42 challenging mode, I've heard, in which you get 3 consecutive boss rounds, to my understanding, and you post like high scores, and if you get 30k score on a character, you get a guaranteed 335 gun, and if you get 30k on 3 characters, you get a guaranteed 335 armor piece.
Yeah, that's if you get 90,000. While reaching a cumulative score of 90,000, will pay out a high-end armor. Or whatever.
Look at you saying high end.
That's what this article says here on GameSpot.
Is that what it is?
Pay you out high-end armor, meaning 335 is what they mean.
Well, they're stuck on the Division 2 then.
Yeah, it's exotic people.
So I'm pretty interested alone in the fact that there's a challenging mode where you have to reach a score. Like, that puzzles me. That's something we're not accustomed to in the world of Destiny. The Elder Sigil scorecards, guaranteed 335. I like that. I like the fact that it's not a pointless grind and pointless RNG right off the bat.
And King's Fall normal drops are now 320.
What?
Yeah.
What?
If you play King's Fall, the raid, the normal drops have been increased to light level 320, and hard drops are boosted to 330. And Court of Oryx artifact drops will be raised to 334.
To 334?
Yes.
Wow, that's odd. Well, we're going to talk about a lot of that stuff next week, but I mean, in terms of what we got now, I mean, we got a new strike coming. Honestly, we're just going to get this out of the way right here and now. Right off the bat, me and your boy LukeCar17, we're playing for that Taken King shader.
Oh my gosh, that's all I want.
That shader is so nasty.
I don't care about her Fury, that sniper, or nothing. I just want this shader.
Nope, don't care. Just want the shader.
I want to look like a Taken because they won't know. They'll think I'm one of them and they won't shoot at me.
Do you remember which strike is Winter's Run from the vanilla game? I don't remember Winter's Run. That's not the Archon Priest, is it?
Actually, yeah, I think it is.
Because that at one point was my favorite strike in the game, and I believe we're getting an updated Taken version of that strike, which pumps me up, and we're also getting a Malik strike.
Yes.
And there's even a PlayStation exclusive quest line for Pet Revenge, and a new quest line for both Xbox and PlayStation, whatever. The Pretender to the Throne, which sounds awesome. That they're following up on the Taken King. We killed the Taken King, and now somebody's trying to rise and take his place. That's awesome.
It makes me so pumped. That's the lore right there that we're getting pumped about. That couldn't happen with Division. The Division, you can't be like, this next game's about how the virus came out again. Like, that's dumb.
Yeah. With the Division, at this point, all I can see is Incursion. We get to kill Aaron Keener. Please let that be the Incursion.
I bet that's the Incursion. I bet it is.
But after that, I don't know. I don't see it.
Well, the next one is just rebuilding. We'll literally just be building buildings, hammering stuff in, and
or Aaron Keener gets to live into the Division 2, and he creates a nastier virus that we get to experience. Whatever. We're all in
San Francisco. I'm just kidding.
It's San Francisco.
Just
the whole world.
Well, it looks like we're out of time. So thank you for listening to us, and thanks for talking to me, Travis. That was fun. I love talking about games with you.
I'm glad we didn't fist fight over Skype.
Same. I was kind of scared we would at first, but it was a lot better than I thought. So that worked out.
Yep, and you didn't get salty.
No,
I didn't get salty. We just said our pieces, and we're ready to cap off episode 10 of Cluecast.
Yes, we are. I just dropped my phone really loud if you did not just hear that. But, yeah, dude, Cluecast 10's over. We did it. It's great. Follow us on Twitter, Clueless Gamers 2. Follow us on Facebook, just Clueless Gamers. And we love you. Subscribe to us on this YouTube channel.
Yes, subscribe to the YouTubes. Pretty please.
Pretty please. And come back next week because we're going to be talking about this April update because we're going to look more into it and have some really cool stuff to tell you. So thanks for listening. My name's LukeCar17, a.k.a. Luke Carmichael, and this is...
Travi, a.k.a. Nemesis, or Travis Crawford.
And we love you. Okay. Adios.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Cut.